All right, hello, this is Jeff Scott from Jeff Teaches Programming. I kind of apologize here for ending that last lecture a little abruptly. I was basically done, but there was one thing I didn't do, so I want to show it to you. I had this here. I didn't have this line in. Somehow I'd removed the line that said function on clear. All right, I don't know how, but it had been removed. So if I come in now and do a file, save, go back to here, let's close this, and do a run and a run without debugging. Let's try a couple. First of all, let's put in something that's too big. Hours work must be between 0 and 34, good. And 84, I should say. So let's put in 50, and let's come in here, do the same thing. Hourly rate must be between 0 and 99.99. So I'll put a 30 in here, and that should be what, 1,000? No, 1,200, like 1,500 maybe, 1,650. Okay, all right. And let's do another one. Let's do a piece worker, and again, we'll make it too big. Pieces made must be between 0 and 100. Let's put a 90, and let's leave it at 44. Price per piece must be between a penny and $1, so let's make it $1. And 90 pieces at $1 a piece. Good. Next, let's do a commission, and again, we'll make this way too big. Sales amount must be between 0 and 100,000, so percentage must be between 0 and 0.3. There's that one. And finally, let's do a salary. Let's try a negative number. Must be between 0 and 100,000. And there's that. Now, if we look at all these, let's add another one, at least for hourly here. Let's make this 40 and 30, so that'll be 1,200. So we've got 1,200 and 1,650. That should be 2,850. Let's do another piece worker, and let's make it simple. Let's make it 75 and 0.2. So that's 15. 15 and 90 should be 105. Let's just stop it right there. So we've got 105, and we've also got 2,850. 105, 2,850. If we add all these, 2 and 11 is 13, 20, 21. It's about 22,000. There you go. So it appears to be working. I've already put this out on the system. So if you do go out to here, which is the site of the repo, so if you do go out here, not there, don't do that. So if you go out here to github.com/JeffTeachesProgramming/frontend, what you're going to see is there's Payroll 02. All right. And as it said, it was added 10 minutes ago. Now, I have now done in here 3 versions of a BMI program, 2 versions of a payroll program, and also first, I guess, that we did the 2 versions of the to-do list. So it's time to start doing some TypeScript. All right. I'm not going to do it right now. In fact, I'm going to go dark for a little bit because I'm teaching myself TypeScript as we talk here. All right. But I have created these, and it's already out there under the TypeScript folder. Now, I realize this is small, but I want to make sure you can see it. So let's do this. Put each one right below it. should be able to make this a lot bigger then. Oops. All right, let me move this down, and now I can make this bigger. Okay, I went out and found this thing on boot.dev. Now, this is not a complete course, but the good news is it's free. So if I go out here, there it is, Learn TypeScript, Start the Course. It's not a complete course. They want you to pay for a complete course. All right, but it would get you started if you want to. Next, this is the TypeScript homepage, typescriptlang.org. And if we go out there, I think that's all we need is a typescriptlang.org. I think we need the docs. There's the homepage. All right. Now notice there's a handbook there, there's a playground there, and there's installing TypeScript. So this is someplace you're definitely going to want to check out. All right. Next. These were a couple things that were out there under the documentation. Show you this one first. TypeScript for the new programmers. So if you've got little to no programming language, might be a great place to start. Not real long. All right, but you can see what they have in here too. TypeScript for JavaScript programmers, and there's a whole handbook there, and there's a playground. Those are the other ones that I basically have shown here. So this is the one for JavaScript programmers. Hello. Don't know why that would have done that, but it did. I think I left the L out from HTML. Let's try that. And that was it. So we have, that's the TypeScript for JavaScript programmers. I guess that's the one I'd already shown you. This is the one for the new programmer, so it's TypeScript from scratch. All right, so you've got the TypeScript homepage for the new programmer, for JavaScript programmers. Here, if you keep going on that, there's a handbook here. Now, that's the basics, but I'm going to back up a little bit. And if you just go to handbook, this is what you get. All right, so these are the same links I showed you before, but there's also one for a Java C# programmer, for functional programmers, TypeScript tooling in 5 minutes. So this is the handbook. All right, as it says, a great first read. These are deep dives, so if you want to learn more about anything else, it's in there. Here are some tutorials, etc., some other stuff. All right, but I'm going to put in here, as you start going, this is a great place to start, as it says, the basics. All right, let me close a couple of these just so there's a room on here. Need that one either. All right, then there's a playground here. And once you start using TypeScript, what you can do at this playground is it's a little interactive thing. So you can type in stuff over here and see the results over here. And I think you can move this way over even if you want to do so. All right. So there's the JavaScript, in other words. And then they show you, there's some other stuff here. I haven't played with it very much. I'm not going to lie to you. Next, I've got 3 things here from Free Code Camp, which is a terrific site. And they've got all sorts of, these are a combination of documents, and I think at least one, if not all of them, also have videos. So this is the first one. Learn TypeScript, a comprehensive guide for beginners. Again, that would be a great place to start. Okay, it's not short. This is the one I've been going through, and I'm going to keep going through it until I feel a little more of a comfort level than I have right now. All right, the next one, this is the one I started with, because this is, maybe this would be one for you to start with, depending on your level of expertise or non-expertise, because this is learn it in 1 hour. One of these, like I said, at least did there. That one has a video.
In this course, you will master the essentials of TypeScript.
Value string. Address is an object of 2 bytes. 2 plus 2. It will return.
In this course, you will master the essentials of.
All right. So like I said, this is the stuff that gets discussed in there. All right, I'm going to move these, switch those around. And finally, the last one that's here is the Ultimate Beginner's Guide. I've looked at all of these, but I've not looked at any of them in a lot of depth and breadth of coverage. All right. I would say if it was me, and depending again on your level of expertise, I would start here with this in 1 hour and watch the video. Then I would go here to the Ultimate Beginner's Guide, and then I would go here, a comprehensive guide for beginners. Now, if you say, well, I don't have time to do all that. I mean, it depends. These are free things that I'm giving you. I also want to mention, because I've taken probably close to 100 courses from udemy.com. And if you go out to Udemy, all right, if I search for, I'm going to search for two things. The first one is a gentleman named Colt, C-O-L-T, like a horse, Colt Steele, S-T-E-E-L-E. So I'm going to put in here Colt Steele TypeScript. And this is right here. This is Colt's course. Now again, 10.5 hours, okay, 150 some videos. You might say, well, I don't have time to wait. It depends on how much you want to learn this stuff. And I thought, maybe I'm wrong, that's from Maximilian. I've taken courses from him too. He's pretty good. Well, Brad's got this one, and I've actually taken this course, Modern JavaScript. But I don't know. Again, depending on how much you do or don't want to spend, this is $18. They have sales all the time in here where you can get a lot of their things for $9.99. Okay, so you might want to take a look at that. So again, I'm watching this one. I'm going to go into this one. I'm going to go into this one. Now, it's not my goal here to sit there and be a TypeScript teacher to you. I don't have the time. I don't really have the knowledge base to do that. But what I'll do is after I watch all these or go through all these, I will have a video or 2 or 3 or whatever where I'll discuss these in more detail. Brad Traversy does have a crash course on TypeScript, but it is 4 years old, and I didn't know how up to date it was or was not. So if I come in here to YouTube and I type in TypeScript videos, All right. Did another TypeScript in an hour. Again, from 4 years ago, one from 7 years ago. I've watched stuff with him before from Hitesh, and he's pretty good. I'm not going to go through all these. I mean, it would make no sense to do that. But notice that when you do this, you're gonna get loads of hits. All right. I don't know if Cold Steel has anything in here for free. Look at that, TypeScript in 5 minutes. A very brief intro. So that might actually be even a better place to start. Okay.
Hey everyone, it's Colt.
So I'm going to add that one. So again, these are videos. And I'll put that one in there as well. I'm going to go back and watch that one as soon as I'm done talking with you here. Now, the last thing I'm going to do, you can watch. It's no biggie one way or the other. But I'm going to come in here. There it is. I'm going to save this. And I'm going to go back into GitHub here. In fact, I'll do it right here. That's where I should do it from. And I'm going to go git add dot git commit -m, and my message will be updated typescript.urls file. And then I'm going to do a git push -u origin. Most of the time it's main, but for me it's master. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. What does it say here? Failed to push some refs. Repository pushing to the same ref. If you want to integrate the remote changes, use a git pull before pushing. I don't want to do a pull. Well, I'm going to try to update that as soon as I can, and if nothing else, the file is updated for me. And what I mean is, when I go in and actually start doing the TypeScript, all right? And so when I come back, it probably won't be till the weekend at best. But once I come back, I'm going to talk about TypeScript, like I said, for 1, 2, 3, or however many lectures I deem necessary. Then the plan is to go in and rewrite the BMI app as a TypeScript application, BMI 02, or I'm sorry, BMI 03, the latest and greatest. And also to rewrite the Payroll 02 as a TypeScript app. That'll finish this. What I'm looking at doing right now is next, because I'm going through stuff that I know or wanted to learn, or stuff I've taught before, but I was probably going to go back and maybe do a series on Java, the Java programming language. If you have any thoughts on that, you want to get a hold of me, just drop a message in, or onto YouTube and let me know. All right, so I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.